Oh, it's Chris with Rockin' 8 Farm. I am dragging butt just a little bit this morning. Spent the weekend in Georgia, had some family business that I had to take care of. And let me see here. Georgia is about a 13-hour drive, the area that I went to from my place, 900 miles or so. So drove out Friday, spent the whole weekend there. My wife and son stayed home, so I knew that the farm was in really good hands. As a matter of fact, that's one of the things that I have a hard time with being able to get away, is that pretty much the only person I really truly trust my farm to is my wife. And if I go someplace with her, well, whoever watches the farm, I'm kind of worried about it the whole time because she's really the only one that I trust. Anywho, long weekend, took care of some family stuff. Super happy that I went, but I got home late last night and haven't really seen any of the animals yet. So I figured I would just kind of take y'all along with me for morning chores. I'm not sure how the video is going to come out because it's 6 o'clock in the morning. It's actually a little bit late. I overslept some this morning. So it's 6 a.m., so it's still real dark out. I'll try to keep the headlamp out of the lens, but let's just go see how all my critters are doing. Good morning, babies. You're almost not babies no more. You're almost not babies no more. You guys have plenty of food and water? Yes, you do. Good morning, babies. Oh, I heard that big boy crow. You guys doing good? Yeah, everybody's happy? I'm glad you're being such a good girl or boy and not picking on the little ones. Morning, bud. Morning, bud. Hi. Still being shy, huh? But not you guys. What? So obviously doing morning chores is mostly just about feeding and making sure everybody has clean water. The little boarlet that I showed you in there, that's Weddle. That's our hopefully our breeding boar someday in the future. And these two guys here that I just fed, this is actually salchicha and pozole. There are two newest feeder pigs. I'm not 100% sure what is going on with the barn lights this morning. Of course, the day that I choose to shoot chores is the day that all the lights in the barn decide to not work. All right, I have more stuff to carry than I have hands, so we will go ahead and let the chickens out, and then I'll take the tractor over to finish chores. Still a little dark out. Obviously, you can tell it's still a little dark out, but the sun will be up pretty soon. So let's go ahead and just open up. Good morning, Hercules. Go ahead and open up the door here, and they can come out when they're ready. All right, so I'm not going to be able to talk to you much here in a second. We're just going to jump on the tractor and drive out to the feeder pigs that are on pasture and the chicken tractors that are on pasture and get everybody fed and get the tractors moved. Good morning, lovely. Is he still sleeping up there? Good morning, lovelies. You ready for breakfast, lowrider? Take your breakfast, lowrider. Morning, ladies. Where you at, handsome? You hiding back there? There he is, hiding back there. Hi, little ones. Let me see, how old are you guys now? You must be pushing 16 weeks or so. Still got some growing to do. Have a good breakfast. Good morning, my drooly boy. Oh, I know you don't care about seeing me right now. All you care about is your grain. Go this way? So one of the things that y'all might have noticed, like I like to actually put hands on my animals every day. It's just, if there's anything wrong, you're more likely to notice. So when I come out here and I give them their feed, I'll give them some pats and some rubs and some loves. And that's one of the things that's really great about these Idaho pasture pigs. Such an unbelievably friendly temperament. It's no different than giving your food to your Labrador Retriever and then, you know, kind of rubbing his back and stuff. Great pigs. These guys are going to the processor in less than a month. We've got about 20 days left on them. They're pretty much done with their grow out. Typically at about 10 months, we'll send them off to processor. These guys are going to be 11 months old when they go off to process, just because that's the best date I could get with the processor. So yeah, about another, today's the 14th, so about another 16 days plus the 21 days. 21 days and these guys will be going to the processor. They're looking good shape, good size. We're definitely going to miss them. Like I said, they're like big dogs. All right, and then the last thing I do in the morning is a lot of times what I'll do is I'll turn the valve, the water valve for my orchard on, you know, before I go to bed at like 8 o'clock at night. And I'll just let it run for the 10-hour duration of the night or whatever, and then come out here at 6 and turn it off. So what I have to do a lot of mornings is turn off the tree valves and then turn on the garden valves. And what I do with my garden valves, I've been a little lazy about this lately. Instead of doing 4 sections and coming out every hour, I've been doing 2 sections and letting it water for 2 hours. Seems to have been working okay. So, you know, I've been doing it for a couple of months and, you know, nothing was dying from water loss. So that's it. Come out here and turn on and off valves. So y'all, that's every morning on Rockin 8 Farm. That's life on a very small scale homestead. I mean, as y'all can see, you know, I've got what, 4 feeder pigs, 1 breeder pig. We'll have another breeder pig here soon. So let's just go ahead and call it 6 pigs. We're shy of 100 chickens at various stages of growth in life, and then, you know, trees and plants and stuff like that. But I mean, this is really a very small scale stereotypical homestead. So I guess we'll do kind of a dual purpose on this. Number one, I missed y'all. I missed my farm. It's good to be home. Glad I went to Georgia. Glad I took some time away from the farm. I'm glad I was able to leave the farm into trusted hands, but but it's definitely good to be back and good to see all the animals. And then the flip side of this video would be if you've been thinking about homesteading, just realize that this is a very small scale homestead, and what you just saw me do is every single solitary morning. It doesn't matter if you're sick, it doesn't matter if you're tired, it doesn't matter if you stayed up way too late, it doesn't matter if you drank too much last night. This is every single morning. So think real hard about whether or not you really truly want a homestead before you run out and get one, because it's not hard and anybody can do it. But does everybody really want to be headlamping in the dark and doing what I just did? And if the answer is no, homesteading ain't for you. On the flip side of it, if you're like, heck yeah, I can do that, as you can see with all the chores that I just did, and when I talk about the importance of like actually physically checking on the health of the animals, you can see why I was able to go out of town knowing I was leaving the farm in the hands of my wife, but why it makes it really tough to go out of town with my wife and just leave the farm in somebody else's hands. It is a big requirement. You're asking a lot. You're asking somebody, probably some kid, to get up and come to your farm an hour before they have to go to school every single day, do all of these chores, and then come back again in the evening and do all of these chores a second time, and then be able to lock up the chickens at night. So that's doable possibly, but how good is that high school kid really going to do about putting hands on pigs, making sure they're healthy, giving you a call if they're not? So when you've got as much money invested in all the animals as we have, it makes it really, really hard to leave. Not that it's impossible to leave, it's just that your gut is in a knot the whole darn time you're gone, so you're hardly enjoying yourself. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actively going to be putting out feelers to try and find like one of these FFA kids that already lives on a farm, already does farm chores, understands the importance of checking on the animals, and then basically say, hey, how would you like to do the chores on your regular farm and, you know, make 50 bucks a day doing the chores on my farm? And obviously that means I've got a $300 expense if I want to go out of town for a week, but at least then to me it's worth it. It would be worth it to add that $300 to the cost of a vacation to know that my animals are happy and healthy and being taken care of. I'm gonna go inside, I'm gonna edit this video, I'm gonna get my boys off to school, and then hopefully I'll get this out sometime today, and that's about it for y'all. I'm at a point now where my exhaustion just has me rambling. It's been Chris with Rockin' Farm. Till I see y'all again, be happy and live healthy.